Welcome guys, it is Triple J and welcome to this new video. Now today's video is all about the 4 steps to boost your productivity in any field of work that you basically do. So whether you are an online coach or whether you are just looking to boost your productivity in general, this will really help you as an entrepreneur go to work on these things. Now I'm looking down here because I have this tablet on my lap, and basically I'm using it as a whiteboard. I actually ordered a whiteboard where I can do some videos on and actually write on it. I just like it, and I think I can teach better on it. So yeah, but for today we're going to use this tablet. So basically, as you guys can see, I'm putting it's either going to be here or here. Where I'm gonna have the recording. I just don't know where it's gonna be yet, but it will be, I think it will be somewhere here. But basically, as you guys can see, we have here the 4 tips to boost your productivity. Whether you are running any type of online business, like I said, especially if you're an entrepreneur and looking to maximize the things that you really do as an entrepreneur. So the first thing, and it's also like a facade, an illusion that I want to actually firstly debunk, is the 4 a.m. club or the 5 a.m. club, however you want to refer to it. Now I've been someone that's really gotten really deep when it comes to the 4 or 5 a.m. club. At times I used to wake up at 3:30, then go hit a first workout and then get like my bowel movements in and all of that stuff. But really it's all, like, in my opinion, it's half of the truth. Because all the like so-called famous people will go out and like boast about it, 4 a.m. club, 5 a.m. club, have you joined the club type of stuff. You'll see people, like celebrity figures like The Rock or someone always be like, first one in the gym type of talk in the morning. I already did 2 workouts before people even wake up type of talk. You must have seen those videos of him. Yes, no, that is motivating. I'm not gonna take that away from it. Obviously, if that's your thing, if you've tested and iterated and battle tested your own thing for yourself, obviously then you will be able to maximize your processes. Now, that's bullshit halfway, because I know people that are extremely successful that do not wake up before, or rather after 7. Some people I know wake up at 12, right? They work throughout the night and they wake up at 12. Now personally, me, I am a bit more of a morning person, where I would prefer doing work, rather like deep focus work in the morning, because this is stuff that I've tested. I've also tested myself waking up later, right? And these are things that kind of help me, but it is absolutely, like, in my opinion, half truth that you do not have to wake up early to be successful. Firstly, yes, it does help if you're a person that does most of your work in the morning to get that productivity going, to get that thing ignited and to get really rolling with your process. But that is the first thing, is that you need to go out and figure out, okay, what are your what's your circadian rhythms like? When do you do the best work? There's a test. I'll possibly, if I find a link to it, you can I'll put it down below and you can go and do it. You're gonna kind of figure out what your telomeres and stuff are, basically, if that's the right word. Don't kill me in the comment section. But basically you will be able to see whether you're a lion, a dolphin, and this is basically just showing you, okay, the lion X is the type of person that wakes up in the morning, right? Does a lot of work in the morning. And then the other person is someone who is a little bit more of a night owl type of person. Now, as I've said, I know people in both of these scenarios that are extremely successful at a very young age. Just point to note that. And I also know people who are older, so there is no difference whether it's age, just to make that point. And the second thing that I have on here, as you guys can see on here, is basically you want to be moving big stones first. Now this philosophy is something I've been following ever since I was testing and seeing, okay, because I literally woke up at like 3:30. That was my earliest, maybe 3 o'clock once, but consistently, like for a week, I woke up at 3:30, and really I was crashed, because obviously I needed to adjust to the times and stuff, how I was working. But at the end of the day, it helped to an extent, but it led to me burning out in other facets. It led to my like, even my libido, like through dipping and like stuff like that, really going out of like control and out of balance, because my body was like, yo bro, what are we doing now? You know what I mean? So again, you want to move big stones first, because we have a finite number of like good decisions that we can make, and if there's an activity that's going to take a lot of mental capital, you want to be doing that thing first, right? You don't want to be postponing it till later in the day. No, I'm gonna get to it type of talk. That's not what you want to be doing. You want to be moving big stones first, and basically this philosophy works with everything. If you don't like working out and you know you're going to postpone it, then move that big stone first. If you know you have to work on this X activity, then do that thing, right? It's super important to have to allocate your mental capital as wisely as possible, so that when you run out of the finite of good decisions that you can make in a day, that you obviously know when you need to relax, calm down, maybe read a book at night type of stuff to chill. You know, maybe you do something else, maybe you have family time before you go to bed, if you're lucky enough to do that. So then the third thing I have here is what I call the caveman hack. Now, centuries ago, if we look at our ancestors, when we were hunter-gatherers, basically there was no cell phone, there was no internet, there was no electronical devices in the room. Now, what is important to understand here is that cavemen, they operated, right? They needed to operate on like different ways, and they needed to work in groups, as we work in groups still today. But what is super important is to not go onto your phone first thing in the morning. If you go onto your phone first thing in the morning, you activate a sense of reactiveness, and then throughout the day, you're basically, if someone calls upon you, you just run, right? And you're in a reactive state. One, you don't owe anyone a reply. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as doing something in general, you don't even owe anyone a reply, right? You owe the people a reply to that actually work, you know, in your working hours, right? You need to make it a point to really focus on work-related stuff, and don't talk about Josh's new girlfriend, or you know, what happened this weekend. There's no time for that, you know. There's no time for that. You need to get to work. So basically have cell phone time, you know, set certain times for social media, set certain times for work-related activities, and use stuff like ad blockers. And another really effective thing that you can do is obviously use your flight mode. Once you put that thing on flight mode, you know, you go zoom certain amount of work that you put aside for the day to do, then you can switch it off, go back on, check in with people, check in with your team, do X, Y, and Z, but there must be blocked times and allocations for you to get to work. Now, the fourth thing I have on here, as you guys can see, it's called the habit activator. Now, the habit activator is kind of like that Kickstarter, right? So, like, whenever you kickstart something, you kickstart an ATV, well, not an ATV, but like a dirt bike. Essentially, that's that process of getting it going, right? Now, the same thing with habits. Now, whether like you work out first thing in the morning, or whether, as I said, move that big stone, but whether you get something where you get into so-called ritual, a habitual ritual, where you do it every single day, like unconsciously, really, because you wake up, you do X, you do Y, you do Z. So right now, what I do is simply, it's simple, and I'm going to give you a different example. As soon as I wake up, I have a gratitude practice that I do. I get out of bed, I do 50 push-ups just to get my blood flowing, and to just say thank you for the day, thank you for the new day, and then we go on and do the rest of the stuff that I do. Maybe get a coffee, right? Maybe do the other activities that I do. So there was a time where I would work out first thing in the morning, but now things have changed up a little bit, because the goals have also changed now, and my perspective is you need to test and iterate this for your own processes and systems, right? So the habit activators, you can either like wake up in the morning, like first thing in the morning, drink some water, grab a coffee. I drink water first thing in the morning. Grab a coffee if you're a coffee person, and then you can maybe read 10 pages to get your mind going, to get yourself out of that sleepy state. Read 10 pages to get yourself going. You know, do a couple of push-ups, do whatever you need to do to get yourself in that taking action momentum state. Or another really great thing, as I got it on here before I forget about it, is you can take a cold shower for longevity purposes. It's well, not all, but one of the big things that cold showers help with, and it's something I still implement till today, is I would take a cold shower, and basically that will be part of my movements, the activation movements in the morning, right? It'll wake you up, and it will get your ass from that sleepy state, like I just meant, to waking you up, to really getting you to take action. And as I said, you can maybe read first thing in the morning, however you do your things. So guys, if this video has been of help to you, I really actually do know that this is of help to anyone looking to improve their flows, right, and their work. Please leave a comment in the comment section below and a like on this video if it did help you in any form of way. And this has been Triple J, and I will see you guys in the next video.